Welcome to One Shots, a Dum-Dums and Dice podcast where professional voiceover actors and improvisers tackle one-shot stories created in a variety of hit RPGs. I'm your host, DJ One Shot 2.0, and I'm here to welcome you to Wrath and Glory, Traitor's Hymn, an introduction to Warhammer 40k's Wrath and Glory RPG. This arc features our GM Tom McGee and players Ryan LaPlante, Borovic, and special guest Spencer Hipwell. What will happen when the Dum-Dums try a new TTRPG set in the grim darkness of the far future? Nobody knows, because it's One Shots, Wrath and Glory Edition.
Having successfully destroyed the cursed book that Somnus first encountered at auction that has enabled the horrific machinations of our cult to throw the Herald Veronius into the warp, you are now on your way to the Chapel of Saints, en route to the Gellerfield Sanctum. You finally have a clear map as to where you're going. You have the remnants of the cursed book that you want to dispose of. You murdered the villainous Sullius the Drowned, who's got a really cool backstory that we didn't hear, but that's okay.
We didn't hear his name.
No,
Good night.
I didn't know. I thought he was just going to be opposite Danny DeVito.
Yeah, he's the bad bookman.
Yep. Having murdered Bad Bookman, you continue to make your way forward. You had great success in your battle against Sullius. You managed to walk away unscathed. However, this book needs a sanctifying. And in order to do that, you have to go through the Chapel of Saints. Sister,
He needs a bath.
Yeah.
Splash.
Sister Honoria, you know of the Chapel of Saints. I think this is like a nice, comfortable place for you on aboard this ship, and it is important to any of the folks aboard to have kind of a nice, safe bastion deep in the heart of the ship. So you're making your way there. Is there anything you want to discuss en route? You're starting to find bloody handprints on the walls. There's a shriveled corpse in a corner with its hands pressed to its face. And clearly the stench of corruption has reached even here.
All right, so sister, do you gotta ask permission to throw the book in the bath? Like, what do we gotta do? I have sampled massages in various spas, but I don't actually I don't go to church a ton.
I don't know if the massage will massage will most likely not help in this.
I should also point out the chapel is separate from the spa.
It's next to the spa. So, okay, admittedly, I was supposed to go to church, and then I kind of went to
chapel,
the spa.
opera, spa.
That's it. So we got the chapel if we need a break. So they said we could go do like a rest or whatever. I'm fine. I ain't done shit. So this has been great for me. How are you guys doing? Are either of you feeling tired, or as some people would say, shocked?
I'm neither.
Not shocked in the slightest.
None.
But you are.
However, I do have this large wound on my side.
Oh, that's
You just see a bit of blood just trickling out a little bit.
Maybe we try to get that dealt with.
Yes, perhaps we can take a little respite in the chapel. We can assist you with your wounds, and I can restore my faith, and we can use that to move forward.
Like, have you lost faith over this journey? Whoa, sister.
Not lost.
We can have a talk.
Whoa.
I don't think you understand. It is
No, we
just,
don't.
It will bolster our senses and our fury if we give a prayer to the saints before we move on.
All right, I see what you mean. I understand.
It's not lost. It's
I'm
just
sure
merely-
it'll
Are you saying
absolutely help.
It's like, I'm going to be better if I pray more.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, if,
Correct?
Marius,
We
what
can-
are you thinking?
I think if we can find something really hot, we can cauterize this wound.
We can
least.
definitely do that.
Okay, so we heal him up, and then you say a prayer that makes you strong. I will do the same or take a nap.
They might have bread.
I will eat in his name. He sings, running down the hall.
Perfect.
Great. So you rush down the hall towards the Chapel of Saints. Approaching the chapel, the sort of large doors are thrown open. This is at the very heart of the ship, so you can approach it from any direction. The doors are flung wide. Ahead, you see a massive, imposing vaulted room with a diamond checkered floor and pillars stretching up towards a ceiling wreathed in shadows. As you approach it, you see in just inside 5 shrines to the saints that ring the chapel. And of course, Sister Honoria, you would recognize all of them, but specifically the most prominent, which is Saint Alicia Dominica.
Alicia Dominica.
Thank you, Alicia Dominica, the patron saint and founder of the Adeptus Sororitas.
Yes, she's our number one sister.
Yep. So she's hanging out in there, and you can see folks kneeling before each shrine. You know that the sound in there is deadened. It's kind of one of those natural spaces where just sound doesn't fully operate. So yes, you see hooded figures kneeling in prayer before each of the shrines. And there are thousands of candles.
Both Marius and Somnus are like, I don't know about this.
Thousands of candles around each shrine because it's Warhammer.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Somnus is keeping his force staff in his hands because this whole place is like a war zone outside.
Yeah.
And everybody's dying and the demons are getting in. And then these people are just doing a sit. Like, what's going on in here?
Can we like glean anything from them? Like is any sound coming from them? Are they in dead silence, just sitting there?
Dead silence. Sound is deadened in there anyway. So from outside, it's very hard to tell what's going on inside. It's also dimly lit aside from the candles. So you got a real like.
I think I got to be ready, sister. I got a lot of respect for you, but I don't know. They seem to be just kneeling when the people are eating each other and barfing out at speakers.
Well, of course, their faith is protecting them. The Emperor is shining down and creating a place of peace and solitude.
I thought the thing about the sisters, though, and like the Ministorum was like, when demons show up, you got to go fight them. You don't just take a knee.
Well, yes, but obviously not everyone fights the same way.
Oh. So are they maintaining this area via their faith?
Are there? Is this chapel for everybody? Or are there only sisters in here?
Yeah, it's a chapel for everybody.
It's just for everybody. Yeah,
come to pray.
Yeah, it's the people in here. Then they could be just
a bunch of cultists.
How many? Can we see how many?
There's 5 shrines and there are 5 figures.
I take out 5 bullets. Just be prepared.
Sister, I hope this is nice in there, but just in case. I'm going to be ready to start blasting.
I will. You're quite good, but I will say it seems like what you were saying. They're usually going rampant. The fact that they're holding here, the candles are still all lit. They seem to care. Nothing has been defaced. I'm not quite sure.
Want to roll me an awareness there? Anyone who's staring longingly.
Oh yeah,
sure. We're all looking longingly.
I am always longing.
Sister. I don't know. Do you?
Me?
Well,
I trust it. I trust it.
Yeah, if you trust
it. I trust it. It's fine. I
so
trust
you're good then.
Bro.
Ooh.
No, this place looks fine.
I
No
told
notes.
you. I told
Rolled
you.
6 dice. No successes. No icons.
So I rolled 6 as well.
And a complication. So, or do I see something bad even though there isn't? Technically, I rolled nothing but a complication. But let's hear it.
Let's hear all the dice results and all
So
Perfectly safe.
how can I? What can I use to reroll these again? Is that wrath?
Wrath.
Wrath is that. Do I really want this to be? You know what? Okay. You know what? I have 2 exalted successes and 1 regular, so I have 5 total.
You pass.
Okay.
You pass your awareness test.
All right.
So you have 5 in total. You got exalted.
2 exalted. Yes.
Okay, so you can also shift, which will be helpful here. So, you can see that the figures seem to be attached to the shrines by something. And with your shift and your sort of sniper's eye, as you kind of soft focus, you can see that something seems to be attached from the people to the shrines. And beyond, in the darkness, you can see a figure lurking that is a hideous, bulbous creature that seems at once reluctant to enter the shrine, but also demonstrating some eagerness.
You know what? It looks fine. I'm going in. I just say, because I rolled my no successes and a complication. So I'm just like, hey, this is going to be great. 20 feet ahead. I'm like, yay! The Emperor! I need mates!
I mean, you've already done it, but I want to like just go like.
Yeah, you've got a handful of bullets. All right, so you walk in. Sister, do you go with him?
Yeah, we were walking in. There's nothing wrong.
Marius, would you try to stop the sister if you saw this going on?
Heretic! In there!
Alert! The alert word. It's the alert word.
So in they go, and
In the space
as
marine way.
you step into the room, your footsteps are deafened by the sort of architecture and the sound. But the
I
people
lost 2 senses in here.
the people kneeling at the shrines, as you come in, you can start to see what they're attached with. And you can see that it's a trail of rotting musculature and wire that seems to be fused into the sculptures, whose faces are slowly twisting and shifting. Normally, people need to roll for this, but Sister Honoria, since you're present and it lists you by name, you instinctively know what's happening. They're seeking to desecrate the chapel. So the faces of the saints are slowly shifting and twisting.
If you pray hard enough, your face comes off. All right, I guess.
That sounds about right for psychers.
The folks who are kneeling, you can see that their faces are a melding of machine and pallid flesh.
Oh.
More natural than that of even the most ambitious tech priest, it says in the flavor text, which I like quite a bit.
Shit, more mechanical things.
But given that you've all just wandered in, the creature in the darkness lets out a gurgling, bellowing scream and rushes into the room.
Oh,
now,
don't worry, sister. We're nice, he says to the bellowing
There is
monster.
never sister.
Marius, because you rolled so well, I'm going to let you take a surprise round on this.
great.
Yeah.
On this big ol' one charging in.
Yep, as the creature pushes its way into the chapel.
Okay. Is there any way I can glean if this one explodes?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, then in this case, I think I'm going to try and get this one's attention. Is talking during a turn, is
That's
that just
free.
like
Yeah.
free? Sever the connections. This cannot be good. And then I'm going to go for the big one with my chain sword. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's
So rushing in to meet it.
Yes. Okay. So chainsword. What am I doing for that again? Sorry.
It's got it'll be your weapon skill, but it's also got a dice pool listed next to it. So you can see.
Seven.
Okay. So 7. Okay. So
And
I remember that one.
I am going to say this is far enough away because you didn't go with them that you can't reach it this round.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you
you'd
could
wanna
double
shoot.
move to get up to it.
Okay.
But it is far enough away that you can't quite reach it.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I will.
Your poor bullets.
You have 5 bullets in your hand. If you don't use them, that's a waste.
That's true. All right. Yeah. Then I'll use
throw
my
the
bolt
bullets.
pistol.
Yeah.
I'll use my bolt pistol then.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty brutal.
He has 5
Same
bolted
pool.
in
Okay.
his
So
hand.
still 7.
Yep.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Nothing exalted. Okay, but that's fine. Okay. Success. Oh,
There
it's
you
brutal
go.
though. Hold on.
No, that's
That's
for
for
damage.
damage, thank
so
you.
you're good.
Okay.
This is just a hit.
Okay, this is just a hit. So that's 4 successes.
Unfortunately, given the range, that will not hit.
Shit. Okay.
So your shot goes wide.
It's a surprise round, and then it's just Somnus in front.
Well,
oh fuck! As he hears
couldn't I-
gunshots into a church.
Potentially use a wrath to
Reroll those
Missing
three.
stuff? Yes.
three.
Yes.
Then I will do that then here.
Okay.
Are those?
The hero we need.
Because I feel like at least get a shot off, hopefully.
Time slows. You take another breath on your aim.
Okay, that's an exalted on top
There
of
you
that. So
go.
that's 6 total, and then the
Okay.
rest.
Yep. That will hit.
Yes.
And you will need it.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
So how much was left over from that roll to hit?
With the range, you needed 5.
So he has 1 bonus
extra.
One
ED
bonus
for
and
that.
then 1 ED. So those you get to those 2.
2 ED, and is it brutal ED, Del?
It is.
It is brutal.
Good.
Those
Because,
are
so now they count as 2.
so
And 'cause I
12
rolled
damage.
12 damage, yes.
12 damage. Okay.
Shit.
So it will take 3 wounds.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So the Nightmare Hulk crashes its way into the shrine. Somnus yells, "Oh fuck!" As a bolt round from your pistol hits this thing. This is like a giant, kind of think like a fleshy. It would have been. Well, let's see. How did this thing come through? This thing probably came through. This probably wasn't here. So it's like a stitched up, think like a giant, bulky Frankenstein monster wearing an executioner's hood with a mouthful of Cthulhu tentacles and tentacles for arms.
Oh, that's some like Resident Evil mix.
Very much, yeah,
That's
very,
cool.
very strong Resident Evil vibes. And it just storms through yelling in nonsense. Okay, so it's turn. So that's a bonus round. What are your initiatives?
This is the
Somnus
question in terms of our general order. I think with me having rolled 0 successes
and
a
it's
complicated...
you know what? It's charging. It should go, and then
I was going to say, I think I go last this round no matter what.
okay.
With my complete lack of suspicion and a complication.
fair enough.
With me running forward to shoot it, will I be in front of them?
No.
No? Okay.
Would I be able to use a token to interrupt it in initiative?
Sure.
Steal the initiative.
I'm going to steal an initiative.
Good use.
And
Very
I
good
think it
use.
is because
Right,
it's
seize
the,
it.
oh shit, it's the gunfire. It sees the thing coming.
Desecrations.
Yeah. And she's like, how dare you sully this place of worship?
Cool.
And she's coming out swinging with a chainsword.
Yeah.
Coming to meet it and stop this thing. I'm going past all the creepy shrines that are all messed up.
Great.
All right.
I forgot I have a trait that says you may reroll 4 dice once per melee attack test.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Spice Marine.
Spice Marine.
See, and you know now you're leading us a little bit, so you got more skills.
Okay, I like it. I like what's going on over here. So one of these is an exalted on the wrath dice. Yeah! So we get one more of those.
Sick.
And then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To hit.
Okay, yep. So it has a defense of 1 because it's really big.
Oh, okay.
Great. And what do I do with that?
So you got 7, so that means 6 go through.
Yes. Okay. So then I'm rolling my ED plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. So that is a 5, which is brutal. So that's 2. So that's 12 damage.
12 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And can I use one of those to do one more extra damage?
Yep.
All right. We're doing it.
Oh, nice. So that's
Doing
13?
the glory.
So I'm going to roll determination to see if I can turn this into shock.
They can do it too.
Yeah.
Clever girl.
Okay.
I started tempted to just say random numbers to throw him up. 12,
Don't make him
21.
angry.
I know.
Don't do it.
I
He's
stopped.
the monster.
That's why I stopped.
All right. It takes no damage.
Shit. Well, I'm in melee combat with it.
Yay.
Yep. Which brings us to it, it slams into you. Oh boy. Okay, so its hideous mutations begin to lash out at you from every possible angle. So, oh boy, what's your defense?
So my defense is 2, but then the chainsword also has parry, which I think
So
it adds
3.
to defense.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got 7 weapon skill, so let's go with that. All right, so that's 2 exalted. So for 4 plus 2x, and then 1 additional success there, so that's 5.
A 1 on a wrath die.
I do have 1 on a wrath die.
Complication.
Complications. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So we get 5.
5 against defense of 3.
5
so
against
that's 2
defense of
ED
3.
over.
So that's 2 plus
Did you say 4?
4 ED.
And then if you want to cast your 2 exalted, you'll also have those that you can add as damage.
Yes, so we'll do that. So that's up to 6 ED. But I do have a complication This guy has fear, and I'm going to say the complication is that between you being the most traditionally terrified of the group and sort of standing heroically against this thing, and it kind of fucking up, that none of you have to roll your fear checks as the complication.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, so it does 10 damage plus these here, 5? 6 ED. Oh no. So that is 2, 4, 5. 5 additional points of damage. So that's 15 points of damage. It is not. It's armor piercing 2.
So does that add to the damage?
It probably just subtracts your resistance.
Yeah, it takes 2 away from your
Right.
resilience.
So your resilience is
It's
right
10.
now is 10.
So we're down to 7 because it was 15 minus 10 plus 2 back.
Yeah, or
For
you
the
can
armor
just,
piercing.
yeah, you can just treat it as you have like
8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
you
then
take
I'm going to
7
do the
wounds.
determination
Yep.
to turn it into shock or try to.
Heck yeah.
Oh wait, I need one of these dice. Okay, that's 3 successes with 1 as an exalted.
3 success with 1 exalted. Okay, great. So that means you can turn 3 into shock.
Okay.
And
So-
I just need to check one thing here to make your lives a little worse.
And if you take too much shock, you do this. Home Alone face for audio.
Kevin.
Every now and then I have to remind myself
Sometimes it's a bit cast.
as I gesture with my hand as I say this.
I can't find this rule, so I'm not going to use it. So there you go. That's my gift to you.
Thank you, Tom.
Damn,
You're
you are
welcome.
tanky, by the way. Damn.
All right.
Power armor, baby.
So that
Once you get
is
your power armor.
that is the Nightmare Hulk's attack. Next up is Somnus.
Somnus.
Looked great, didn't it?
There are all these clever things I could try or do, but sometimes you just know when you're a squishy psyker that there's one thing you can do, and he just yells, "Blast him!" And he raises the aquila to his head and channels his force magic through it to blast it towards this giant hulking demon.
Hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
That's right. You got a good one.
Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes to hit. 2 exalted.
Dang.
So it has defensive 1.
Defensive 1. Great. So it hits, which is the important thing. It's got only 2 exalted, so I can't shift for more damage. But what I can do is see what my D3 does.
Oh, right. Yeah.
My D3 is a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would trade for 1 more point of glory, but that'll go in the pool eventually. But I will take 3 mortal wounds, and then I would like to add 5 more mortal wounds. I'll just cash in all the glory on fuck this thing.
And
Yeah.
I can roll determination against mortal wounds with this motherfucker. 'Cause
Go for it.
He's a big boy.
Go for it. I got 8.
8. All right. Well, I can't possibly, but I can try. All right. Well, that's fine. So that's 2. It's 5. I get to roll
3 more.
Yeah. Does he have 8?
Oh,
No,
you need
I
more
don't.
dice?
I get 7. It's all right. I'm good.
All right.
So I'll roll 2 more. Okay. So I can move 3 to shock, but moving 3 to shock meets the shock threshold. So he hasn't gone over his shock, so he isn't affected by exhaustion. However, he can no longer shovel things onto shock without being affected by exhaustion, and he still takes damage. So you
5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds over and above
8 because there were 8 total. So
8 total. Yep,
he
great.
tanked 3 and takes 5.
Okay, he is in rough shape, but
Nice.
still standing.
And you were just watching Somnus just going,
Right.
holding the beam between them.
You
So-
really have like Muppet energy sometimes.
So Somnus, you're just blasting away. And as the creature is attacked, the 5 figures standing by their statues stand, and the mouths of the statues move in sync with these creatures as they turn, and they say, "No, you must not bother it. Thaddeus demands it." And the emaciated rogue psychers are getting in on the action. So blasting seems fun. So they're just going to start blasting away.
Shit.
So
Point out, just to make it clear, Tom, you got to take back 4 of those. I added 1 to the pool.
Oh,
I
thanks,
cashed
Ryan.
in 5.
Thank
So
you,
we have
thank
one glory point
one
left in the
glory.
pool currently.
Only have 1 glory in the hole.
Yep. So off we go. All right. So first up, we're going to cast some smite. 'Cause it seems so fun.
It did seem pretty fun.
It did seem pretty fun.
I will say.
So who have we got? We've got you blasting away. So they're definitely going to target you because Psyker on Psyker.
I was going to say, Marius is outside, so it's probably
Yeah, it's-
chainsword
I think-
wielding,
Yep.
melee,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Psyker
I
in
would agree
building.
with
Those are the 2 you got.
So there's 5 of them. I'm going to roll a d3 to see whether they target which of the two the third one targets. So Del, that'll be you.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So we're using mob rules on these guys, which is all
Somebody
right.
likes that.
So 3.
He's not here. Don't fall for him. Don't fall for his hope.
So we're making a psychic mastery, which is 6, and then it says mobs, they get an additional 2. So or 3, because they're going, so 9 in total. That's garbage. So that's 1. That was 5, and I get to roll 9. So that is only 2 against your defense
Of 2.
of 2. So it will go through because parry doesn't help when you're getting attacked.
It's only
with,
melee.
Psyker damage. Oh, they gain wrath. Oh, they do gain extra wrath dice. You're right. It's on weird Psyker stuff. So whenever Rogue Psyker rolls, they gain bonus wrath dice equal to the tier of the game, too. Interesting. Anyway, okay. So if successful, you suffer 1d3 mortal wounds. So that will be
Uno.
Yep.
One
One
wound.
mortal wound.
in my brain place.
And then the
headache.
other 2 are blasting away at Somnus.
Defense 2.
Defense 2. All right. So these guys only get to roll 8, but that is much better. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1 exalted, 5, 6, 7 against 2.
Against 2, but
Yeah.
it's still
But
just
it's still
1d3.
mortal, yeah.
Yeah.
4. So that is 2.
Alrighty, so I take 2 wounds.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We're having
And
a time.
and I will say they're less energy blasting and more just, you're getting like hot and cold flashes.
Oh, I guess I'll try to
You're sweating,
carry it-
your mouth is going dry.
Oh, no, this is mortal wounds.
Mortal wounds.
Yeah, I was going to say
unfortunately.
we can't swap it. I thought
I'm
the
so
same
ready to
thing.
use the one rule I could remember.
You know Nightmare Hulk.
Mortal wound.
And the creature in the middle continues to thrash, which brings us to the top of the round. So initiative order doesn't need to go. One of the players gets to go next, but it doesn't necessarily need to be in the initial order.
Okay.
I think it's probably
I'm
Honoria.
slashing away.
I'm like,
I'm
Honoria is the
intense
closest
to
to the
the
monster.
monster.
Slashing
Yeah.
away.
I'm
Yep,
just-
let's do it.
Right in there.
And I've been stabbed. And now I'm bleeding.
And I gotta assess this.
And now I'm going to do another slash. And I'm just here to slash away.
Slash
I have
away, yep.
Nothing else.
I eat all the gob.
Light them up.
All right. That is.
Your psyker
Shoot.
energy is permeating the table.
We're all getting into it. I came out slashing.
Right there.
Coming out slashing.
Okay. I'm going to spend one of these to do some rerolls. So
That's a wrath
I would
point
like
for
Yep.
audio
Yep.
listeners.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Wrath.
A wrath point to do another reroll on this.
A
Please.
little red coin.
Okay. We like that better. All right. So it is. I got 1 exalted. And so 7 total
Okay.
successes.
So 6 go through.
Great. Oh, because it only has defensive 1.
Yep.
So that means I get to roll 6 plus. Oh, and then the chainsword is 4.
So 10 brutal ED.
Okay.
Eventually,
No game has explored more brutal ED
No,
than
they
this
have
one.
not.
ED. It's in the game.
Gotta buy DLC just to make it work.
Okay. Well, I have 6 of them, and they're all 5 and 6s.
Oh,
So it's 12 damage. 12 additional damage
12
plus
additional
the
damage
base.
plus 10. So
22.
22 damage.
holy shit.
You end the desecration of this chapel by rending this Nightmare Hulk apart. What does that look like for Sister Honoria?
Oh, it is absolutely bloody because it's dark and there's so much blood, and some of the blood is hers just spilling out from where it
It's just
stabbed
snuffing
and bit.
candles.
And the candle
sprays in all directions.
Yeah, as the blood is going, it's just spraying candles out, and she is standing in the middle of this thing and just slash it away and saying, Saint Patal, protect us all.
And the statues begin to glow a little bit as you shine holy fury upon.
Did the rogue psychers go down when the Nightmare Hulk has?
They do not, but as soon as it goes down, you see like what's left of their eyes amongst the machinery kind of go wide with like oh no, like we had one big guy. We don't have.
You still have a big guy.
So as the Nightmare Hulk falls, the rest of you fall upon these psychers, and without a Nightmare Hulk, we can roll it out. We really don't need to. Without the Hulk to defend them, it's just a matter of
chainswords coming down.
And yeah, you can see that having you do your grisly work and discover the weird techno-organic stuff that you saw earlier with the gun hand, and it does seem as though there is a mechanical component to this. They seem to almost be built out of the ship in places. Like it's just there's truly some odd shit afoot here. I don't know how you want to try and dig into that here. I don't know that you really have any knowledge.
This is
beyond
I
us.
think we don't really have any at least from Somnus. He's like I know this is bad, but like I do not know what this is about. We don't know who's in charge. We get a Geller field up. We can do math, but that's like Inquisition shit. I do audits. I literally met her doing an audit.
It's true.
I was the equivalent of a drug-sniffing dog for the Inquisition. They don't let me do the thinking. I'm like, that's a bad book. That's the full job.
All right. So with all of this and this strange combination of machine, you mentioned something about this before in terms of an inkling into...
Oh, yeah, the Obliterator virus. Okay, I kind of know some stuff. I just forget it occasionally.
All right.
Oh, you want to know more?
I would like, if I could glean a little bit more on this, it would be pertinent to our mission.
The Obliterator virus is this kind that like merges physical bodies with weaponry, and it kind of blends them together into an unholy amalgamation of the two. I know because I got brought in to do garbage disposal for some corrupted servitors at one point where they just had me blast them apart and then probably, dump them in a vat or something. I don't do that part. I just did the blasting.
So I will say, now that you're able to look at more, you can tell this isn't that, which is a relief.
This isn't that, though. Don't even think about it. You know what? I didn't tell you that. You could get in trouble if you know.
I'm going to make this easier on y'all. You can spend that point. I'll tell you.
Hey, Vashtor did it, though. No, we'll spend the glory point. Get it out of here.
Yeah, we'll get it back eventually.
So in looking at these things more closely, you can see that they're not merging to become better weapons. It just seems that the machinery itself seems to be merging. And unfortunately, this is fairly common across the Veronius flotilla. Ever since it passed through the warp, there's been weird technological issues throughout. You can't put a name on this, but it seems as though whatever is infecting these people seems to also have infected the ship and is infecting technology they touch. You've been poking around everywhere, Ryan. Can you roll me an investigation?
Hell yeah.
We gotta look for clues.
Gosh. It's goofy as Shaggy.
I heard it and I was like,
gosh, Shaggy, I don't know. Get out of here, Goofy.
I don't know. 7 icons. 3 are exalted. What was the DN, Tom?
tell them the plot.
Not that. So here you go. You can have 2 of these back.
Yay!
Hey, we have again.
See, I told you.
You did it. You used your big brain.
In your investigations, you did find there was a lot of, and this unfortunately ties with your earlier theory about the menial workers aboard the ship. There was some unrest, and a lot of the menial staff was blamed for the breakdown of the technology. There was a lot, not surprising from a captain like Alba, that anything that went wrong was met with extraordinary blame and viciousness. But It would track with some odd graffiti and sort of there was an odd substance found on a lot of machinery that seemed to be completely benign, but an oil seemed to be found, mysterious oil seemed to be found in various parts of the ship. Now, looking at this, you begin to believe that perhaps someone was actively infecting the machinery.
Oh, shit.
All right, so I've been
advance of
doing
this.
some investigations, as you know, because I got to eat a lot of food and try stuff. But it turned out there was all the menials, the poor people who have not great lives on this ship. They got to do jobs they don't want to do, and then they die.
Yeah, but they serve the whatever. All right.
Yeah, but you serve from like up high where you get to be good at stuff, and they serve down low where they get yelled at, hit, electroshocked, threatened with servitorization, and then crushed into pneumatic pulleys when they get old enough to not be fast.
I am learning this. All right.
Yeah, all the people that you leave into battle, those are the lucky ones.
Oh.
Yeah, this place is a shithole.
All
So
right.
it turns out stuff's been going bad since we came through the warp. Everybody didn't know, whatever. It was like, bad. And then there was just goo on stuff. And they were like, it's space oil or whatever. I think there may have been somebody on here spreading around the evil space oil that corrupted the Sisters Church and the entire place, merging people into technology.
So this, I would say without a doubt, is sabotage.
I mean, that or warp infection.
Oh, that is true.
So I
as
think
well.
the real message here is this whole ship's got to go.
Yeah.
We're not recovering the pleasure yacht full of the goo that turns people into whatever the hell that was. And he points at the Hulk. Also, I got hurt here. This charge sucks.
Yeah, you are. Well,
I'm considerably injured. I'm not a strong man.
if we had more time, I would at least cauterize it, but I don't think we have enough time to heat
And
up.
now you're hurt too. This sucks. He points to her.
Sister Honoria, I
yes.
will grant you your faith back just as a result of cleansing this chapel.
Right.
I'm not going to restore any shock or wounds,
That's
but I will
fine.
say that this is like the battle weary okay
Yeah.
version of faith recovery, which is if they're going to desecrate shit, that's got to go.
Perfect.
We stopped it.
Yeah.
Over the voxes, there's obviously no voxes in here, but in the hallways, you can now hear the laborers' lament blasting at full volume through these things, and the words are starting to change and shift as the corruption settles in. And it occurs to you that the only place that could be amplifying this message this loudly is the Perpetual Opera, which you need to pass through in order to reach the spas.
Okay.
It lays beyond. You're wounded, run low on supplies, but to Somnus's point, this infection seems beyond just the crew. This seems to be within the ship itself, and that's going to take some pretty big purging. But to do that, you'll first have to get past the opera, which unfortunately is a very well-attended event, which in this particular day is not great. Is there any preparation you want to make before you head in?
Well, Sister Honoria is going around trying to find things that weren't corrupted because she still wants candles and incense
plenty,
and things
yep.
to work on that book. She would also take a scroll of scriptures and wrap it around her waist and let it hang down, so it's covering up this huge wound that it's bleeding through, but it's like the faith is making her feel better even though it's not actually healed her wounds. It's just
The paper is falling up. It's all right. Maybe we'll grab more and we'll. Yeah.
my faith is now bolstered and I am ready.
I
Right.
tear off a piece of cloth from my uniform. I'm like, use this as well.
Thank you, Marius.
And for you as well. And I just take off some of my sleeve.
We're just tying stuff on our waist.
Great. And he just takes it and dries his head and puts it in his pocket. This is a fucking joke. This is fucking Joker Town. He's just sitting on a pew, exhausted. Now he's hurt. He got nothing out of this place. He can't eat anything here. It's the fucking worst.
There is some bread.
Wait, don't you have
He's
stuff
not
in your
touching
pocket?
shit in this building.
Don't you have stuff in your pocket?
No, it all came out when we went upside down and lost gravity. I lost all my fruit in minute one. Fucking Joker Town.
I wish I had another piece of pineapple to offer you, but
I have 2 ration packs, but they're not good.
What?
I'm sitting there with my blanket wrapped around me, eating my 2 ration. I'm not going to death hungry. Eating 2 ration packs, takes his grooming kit, fluffs up his permed hair.
Oh. Are you able to walk fine though?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I don't go somewhere else that's supposed to help us but make it worse.
All right. Well, the complaining won't help you either.
It helps my mood. You don't want to see what I'd be like if I wasn't this ray of sunshine right now.
Perhaps I
course.
should sing a song to soothe us.
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
Sing it right now.
Do it.
Oh, Emperor, you're so great, Emperor. You made the Space Marines, and then you helped us get through the warp. Emperor, we pray to you, and we will defeat all of the heretics. Oh, yes, Emperor.
You'd think she made that up, but if you look, it's on the wall.
It's carved in stone.
It's like a psalm. It's just a
I've
song
practiced this one a lot. It's right above the ceiling.
It's not bad. It's nice. I feel the morale.
Thank you, Marius. And she is bleeding profusely. Just blood gushing down
I
her
am
leg.
worried about any of you moving, but let's.
Everybody's got to die. Some of you are dying sooner than you expected. It gets to its feet.
I will die precisely when the Emperor wills me to.
I'll look on the bright side. Nobody vowed we weren't going to die, he says, walking out the front of the church.
You're getting out of here. Whether it's your head and your servitors later, you're getting out.
And with those comforting words, the 3 of you march forward towards the Perpetual Opera and the Gellerfield Sanctum.
Wrath and Glory Traitor's Hymn features our storyteller Tom McGee, along with players Ryan LaPlante, Del Borovic, and Spencer Hipwell. Special thanks to Cubicle 7 for supplying us with the Wrath and Glory starter set for this adventure. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the One Shots logo was created by Decapitated Markers at Decapitated Marker, that's MRKR. This show's theme music is Gothic Trip with Thunder Horse by Damiano Baldoni, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Cheats by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. I'm DJ One Shot 2.0. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and show your love to One Shots.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, The Gata Family, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Dan the Welshman, Afflicto Gaming, Aiden, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.